Hello, I'm Paul Pluter and welcome to Paul Pluter Prestige. Today I'd like to talk about a fabulous piece of jewelry, and this is a piece which I gave my wife when I first met her. And it's what it is, it's an Edwardian bracelet. And one of the beautiful things about Edwardian jewelry, Edwardian being a piece which was around when the King of England was King Edward, is that it's very, very modern. Victorian jewelry tends to be very ornate and elaborate and very sort of vintagey. Whereas an Edwardian piece, the beautiful thing about it is that looking at an Edwardian piece today, you really wouldn't know whether it's an antique or it is a modern new piece. And this fabulous gold bracelet is a example of Edwardian beauty at its best. And the thing I love about this piece is that it is very much a timeless piece, and it reminds me so much of the current model Cartier Love bracelet, but it's really I think a lot nicer than a modern piece. And I'm an Australian. If you haven't picked up the accent of myself, yes, I'm an Australian, and this piece here was made in Sydney in Market Street around 1910. So it's over 100 years old, but it has just a charm and a beauty to it. And I bought this piece from my good friend Ronnie from Brisbane Vintage Watches many, many years ago, and it's been an absolute fabulous investment. And I've received a number of offers on it, but I could hardly part with it as I gifted it to my wife after I asked her to marry me. I thought a wedding ring, an engagement ring was a bit passé. I mean, I did give her an engagement ring, but I felt something of true beauty was to give her this beautiful diamond bracelet with a natural emerald, and it's just an absolute exquisite piece. And I've had a few offers on it, but I don't care what anyone offers me for it. It's simply not for sale. And this piece itself here, it's I'll just read you some of the description. It's a yellow gold hinge bangle, stamped 18 carat, with a 1 carat pale medium green cushion cut emerald and 2 old European cut diamonds, weighing 0.45 carat and 0.43 carat. The diamonds themselves are SI1-SI2 clarity, and they're FG color. Grains set besides each other into the top of the 7.9 millimeter wide band with a safety chain and box clasp. Now, the bracelets actually the safety chain has been removed because my wife was using this occasionally when we had young children, so I can certainly get that safety chain put on, but that's not the point. It's just an exquisite piece. The weight of it, it's 32.5 grams, and that's a fair bit of 18 karat gold there, and it's a great piece, and I'm just so pleased that it survived, because a lot of pieces like this, the gold would have been melted down when fashions change, and the diamonds would have been put into earrings. And I'm just very pleased that this piece has survived, and it's a fantastic piece. It's a handmade piece, and it's just absolutely exquisite. And it does have markings. I took it to Ken Penfold of Penfolds in the city. He's a bit of an antique jewelry guru, and with the marks that are on the bracelet itself, he was able to tell me exactly who made it, what age it is, and he confirmed its authenticity. And I always knew it was a good piece, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful piece of antique jewelry. It's not over the top. It's not obnoxious. It values over $10,000, and I actually turned down an offer of $5,000 and $6,000, and it's just a beautiful thing. Sometimes it's not about the money, it's about having a treasure for yourself. And I gave this piece to my wife the day after I asked her to marry me, and it's just an exquisite, gorgeous piece. And I don't care how much money I was offered. If I was offered $100,000 for it, I certainly wouldn't sell it. It's just beautiful, and it really does make me happy possessing and owning this piece. And I've got to say, out of all the things that one owns in life, you've really got to. It's better off to have some quality pieces instead of absolute garbage. So many people go to the chain jewelry stores. They want bang per buck, and it's all hollow, and it's all this and that, and it's just absolute garbage. Whereas one exquisite piece, is just, it's the way to go. It's an heirloom. It's a precious thing to behold, and I really do love it. And I think it's a great piece, and I'm actually negotiating with Jesus at the moment to take it to heaven with my annual calendar Patek. So we'll see how we go there, but it's not the point. An antique piece itself, it's a special thing to behold. And for anyone who collects Australian jewelry, here you can see on the screen the maker's mark. Anyone who collects Australian Edwardian type jewelry would wet themselves for this piece. And although we're not necessarily antique jewelry collectors, it's always nice to have an antique piece in one's collection. It gives one, it's just a nice thing to have. And the quality and the love and the craftsmanship that have gone into this piece, it's even if you bought a Cartier piece, I don't know if it would be as lovely as this beautiful Edwardian piece from 1910. And it's just exquisite. It's exquisite. And I've had, there's a few things in my life that I've had, and this is one piece that, I bought, and thankfully I didn't sell when I ran out of money at times, and I've kept it, and I've gone from strength to strength. And it's certainly a long-term keeper. And this is what it is. With collecting beautiful things, luxury goods, you want to keep the things that really make you happy. And this is the essence of materialism. Materialism itself, it's to keep the beautiful trinkets, the baubles for oneself. And the fact that I happen to give this piece to my beautiful Japanese wife. I mean, you look at, I've had a couple other wives, so I'm very fortunate that it came up when I've married the good wife. And I think it's an exquisite piece to have, and I really love it. I didn't pay a lot of money. Ronnie from Brisbane Vintage Watches has always looked after myself. He's always been a top class friend. He's given me top deals. And I think I paid for this. I bought this piece, I think it was 2004 I bought it. So it's nearly 10 years ago. And he basically sold it to me for scrap. And I think I paid about $1,100 for this piece, 1,100 Australian. And I mean, it's almost got a troy ounce of gold in the bloody thing. And it's got two half-carat diamonds, FG diamonds in it. I mean, Jesus. I mean, he really looks after me, Ronnie. And that's, people say, why do I talk so highly of Brisbane Vintage Watches? And the answer is, he's a damn good chap. He's given me great deals. He gives me thing on tick. And I always try my best to send a bit of business his way. So if you're after a great deal on a wristwatch, please go to Ronnie at Brisbane Vintage Watches, or Ronnie at Sydney Vintage Watches. Ronnie owns both stores with his partner Luke. And this is the thing of having long-term relationships with reputable dealers. And this is the sort of beautiful trinkets that one picks up over one's life. And this is a keeper. I mean, I don't care about having the latest C-Class Mercedes. I mean, what's a C-Class Mercedes? 60 grand in 5 years' time. What's it worth? High 20s? It's just, it's a consumable, but whereas a beautiful piece of jewelry like this, it's a lifetime of pleasure, and it's just a gorgeous thing to have. And I've actually got this piece in my bank safe, so if there's any burglars listening there, it's not with me, Charlie's. And it's actually even though I can't just take it out of the safe to enjoy it today with a scotch. I've still no, it's mine and it's safe, and well, it's actually my wife's and it's safe, and I think it's a great piece. It's a great piece to behold, and this is what buying and collecting fine jewelry is all about. You don't need 20 bracelets. It's better to have one exquisite piece instead of 10 average mediocre pieces, and this is the joys one gets from collecting. And with this type of piece here, I can't see how you could possibly lose money. It's a great piece. It's got great investment potential, although I'd never sell it. So, it's just one of those things that you just have and it gives you pleasure. And as I say, I bought it from Brisbane Vintage Watches. I paid $1,100. It values at about 10. That's when the gold price and the exchange rate was a lot different. So it's probably smidgen over 10 now. And the gold price has gone through the roof. But it's an antique piece. It's not just the gold. It's not just a commodity to take out there. It's an absolute gorgeous piece, and it's just fantastic. And you look at things and say, why do you collect? What's the reason for all of this? What's the reason for being? And you see beautiful pieces like this, and this is what it is all about. I mean, people criticize materialism, but I mean, this is what it's a holy grail. It's what the meaning of life. And I mean, if this piece doesn't make you happy, I don't know what would make somebody happy. And it's beautiful things that one surrounds oneself with that really make the difference in life between having an average, mediocre life and having a lot of fun. And with quality luxury goods, it's just going to give you pleasure for many, many years. And a piece like this here, as I say, I was offered money by an antique dealer and another person who was a shrewd collector. And I mean, if a shrewd collector will give me 5,000 to 6,000 for it, well, shit, I think it's best to hold on to it for for long-term sake. And as I say, I didn't buy it to make money. I bought this piece here because it's an exquisite Edwardian piece in beautiful condition. It's just a lovely, original, genuine thing. And I think pieces like this have got only one way to go, which is up. And if you've got any other pieces of this sort of caliber, you certainly are going to have pieces which people are going to love and be envious of for years. I'm Paul Pluter from Paul Pluter Prestige. Please tell me what you think of this 18-carat yellow gold diamond bracelet. Thank you very much for listening, and please stay tuned for more Paul Pluter Prestige specials. See you later.